Edgy in gate number 1. Off and racing. And the first to get going is Aardvark, the ex-interstater, but now Showlass is driving through and Mighty Hosanna is speeding across to join those soon after the break. In behind them, Tropicone, Snippy Which and Harvey takes hold of Snow God back in the field from Zing to Win, Miss Spree. They're followed by Other One Son dropping out towards the back end of proceedings, and Stylax found itself last. 700 from home, Showlass had burned them off eventually. Went to the lead by a length over Mighty Hosanna, a length and a half to Tropicone, which is occupying third spot at the 600 down on the inside. Back there running fourth is Aardvark. Over on the inside, Zing to Win. Snippy Which is over on its outside, being trailed by Snow God, pulling off its heels now and getting going to the outside. Mrs. Spree, Other One Son further back, and last of all is Stylax. But by the 300 now, over on the inside, Showlass in front. Mighty Hosanna is trying to hold Tropicone, and Snippy Which is starting to finish full of running down the outside. Further back, Snow God at the 100. Snippy Which reaches the lead from Showlass. Snow God is in pursuit, but Snippy Which a little too good. Snippy Which beats Snow God. Showlass clung on for third. Mighty Hosanna, Zing to Win. Stylax behind them with Tropicone. Then came Other One Son, followed further back by Miss Spree, and Aardvark drops out to finish back there, Stone Motherless. Snippy Which is the winner, number 1. Holly Knottle aboard and defeats Snow God Paul Harvey. The rising young star beats a former 12-time champion WA rider on his return after almost 2 years. Now, quickly the racing scene can change. Snippy Which, Holly Knottle for Adam Durant. The Snippet Sun gelding, given a perfect ride, beats Snow God. As we wait for the full list of numbers to come to hand here after the running of the Drummond Golf Handicap. Showlass battled on Jared Noski after playing up a bit there inside the gates just prior to the start. So the winner, Snippy Which for Adam Durant, P. Conlon, C. Galt, Mrs. Seymour, B. Pash, also Ben Randall, Mrs. M. Ridley, N.K. Ridley and Mrs. J. K.J. Wilson. Holly Knottle aboard the winner. Snow God second by Playing God from Snow Chino in the yard of Dave Harrison, ridden by Paul Harvey. And Showlass is by Showtime from Lillis, Dave Caterino, Jared Noski. As we wait for the full list of the numbers to come through here after race 6. The last at 5 after 5. Number 8, Cat 5. 14 lead by example. 15 Miss Jamada are the scratchings out of the last event of the day. 1, 5, 7 and 9 rather. The numbers. Mighty Hosanna fourth home. 1, 5, 7, 9. A length of short neck margins in the time of 1:11.40. 34.74. In a generational finish. Their test of the running of race number 6. The rising new young star of our junior riding ranks, Holly Knottle, and a great rider of the turf. Back today, first outing in almost 2 years, and it's certainly a changing of the guard here in recent years in WA.
Said Darren, as I now catch up with Jordan Rolfe, stable foreman for Adam Durant Racing. Geordie, Snippy Which, he looked like he found a very winnable race here in a lower grade, and great to see him get the job done. We'll ask, what were your expectations? You're pretty confident coming here today?
Yeah, I suppose relatively confident. Like you say, down in grade, looks suitable. We drew well. Holly knows him well. She's been riding him very well, and the horse has been going good. So yeah, I suppose you could say we were relatively confident, yeah.
She rates him really well, doesn't she? She held her patience there when you've got the Pontiff on the outside of you as well. He was able to really let down well under her care.
Yeah. Adam thinks, well, and he's right, Adam, but he's pretty adamant that's the key to this horse, sort of like burying him away and allowing him to utilise a short sprint. So Holly does a good job holding him together for as long as possible, and then he lets down nicely. Back
in the winner's circle here today in an easier grade, do you think he can go back to a Saturday class and be competitive again?
Yeah, maybe. He did it with a bit of authority then. I think if he gets everything his own way and he's able to race like he did today, then yeah, there's no reason he can't be competitive again on the weekend. Let's talk about Adam's runners firstly on Saturday, then we'll get to yours. But we've got Audio Boy, Shaney Bay and Queen Aria. How are they all tracking into Saturday?
Going very well. All of them
all of them are racing very consistently. You'd say they've all got a good chance. I'm happy with all three.
Now you're heading up to Dongra for the Dongra Cup on the second line of betting, $6 for Endless Joy. How are your confidence levels?
Yeah, I'm oozing confidence. Me and me mate Bailey Webster are going in there to get the money, and that's all we're doing.
Look out, Dongra. Best of luck there.
Cheers, thanks.
Jordan Rolfe, here's Holly Noddle.
Thanks, Tess. Catching up with Holly Noddle, who's been aboard Snippy Which now for 2 wins this preparation. And Holly, fair to say, he's in a rare vein of form at the moment.
Yeah, he is. Adam has him feeling really good.
This horse, it looked as though in running today that he seemed to travel well, and it looked as though the returning Paul Harvey might have tried to really be on you approaching the corner and get off your back early, but your horse was just travelling too well.
Yeah, I would say this run today, he felt like he was travelling a lot stronger than his other runs, and I actually had to pop him out a bit early to let him keep rolling, and he went really good today.
I think 1,200 metres is his sweet spot at this stage of his career. Both of his wins have been over the journey, but he's certainly shown an ability to be able to take it out over a bit further, up to 1,400 as well.
Yeah, I think on his day when he wants to settle a bit more, he could definitely get further, but with how he raced today, I think 12 was definitely the sweet spot.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
There's Holly Noddle combining with Adam Durant and Snippy Which taking out the Drummond Golf Handicap over the 1,200 metres here at Belmont. 1, 5, 7 and 9, the numbers. One more to come from Belmont Park today.